Hello everyone. Last time we had created a program where we had two LEDs and using buttons 1, 2, 3, and 4, we were switching them on or off. So that means when we pressed button 1, the LED was on. If when we pressed 2, it was off. Now today we are going to work on a similar kind of a thing, on-off kind of a thing with a single LED and then with two LEDs. But what we are going to do is we are going to use a single button, and that single button is going to work like we have a mute button on our remote control, right? We have the power button on our remote control. We don't have power on and off. We don't have two buttons. We don't have mute on and off. We don't have two buttons. We have a single button. So we are going to use maybe button 1 only at the moment, and button 1 we are going to use to to make an LED on, and the same button, if it is on, it becomes off. And we are going to work with single LED, and then we are going to work with two LEDs. First of all, let's figure out what these buttons actually mean. So let's figure out what the numbers associated with them are. So I have created this program only for that. So let us see, let us open our serial monitor, and let us press number 1 and number 2. We have got two button values, and we are going to copy paste these onto our new program. So uh, we'll work on that now. Okay, I have made a copy of the same program, and in this I'm going to make an LED on and off using a single button. Okay. So this is the resistor that I'm going to use. All right, and the ground is connected through the resistor. Okay, this part is done. Let's connect the positive of the LED to any pin. Let me connect it to pin number 7. So connect to pin number 7. Let's color it yellow maybe. Okay, that part done. Let's open the coding. Open the code. Let me paste those two values here. So this was actually for 1, and this for button number 2. Okay. Let me make these as remarks, so you know multi-line remarks, how to make multi-line remarks, and that is with star slash and slash star and star slash. Alright, in this program we are going to use the LED pin as pin number 7, so I'll make LED pin as pin number 7. We are also going to store into an int variable what is the status of the LED. So LED, so let's see, this is red LED. Okay. So I'll have red LED status is equal to 0. I'll take it as 0 at the moment. Okay, instead of taking it as an int, I'll take it as a bool type. Bool is actually boolean in C++. And red LED status, I'll make it as false. False indicates that it is low at the moment. That means it is off at the moment. Okay, so the red LED status variable's value will actually tell me what is the status of the red LED. If the red LED is on, I'll make it true, and if it is false, if it is off, I'll make it false. Okay, so that part is done. So red LED pin is number 7, and red LED status is actually false. That means it is off at the moment. Okay, I don't need to specify. I need to specify the output pin. That is pin mode, red LED pin is equal to comma output. So it is an output. Over here, I don't need to don't need to display the value. I basically need to check what is happening. So that means I'll simply say if value is equal to copy and paste this value here. If this is the situation, that means I'm working with red LED. I am not using any other LED, so that means I am free to use only this particular one right now. So over here, what do we do? We basically, now I know that button 1 has been pressed, but I don't know the status of the LED. If the status of LED is off, if the status of the LED is false, I'll make it as low. And if it is true, I'll make it as high. So that means over here, I can check now red LED status is equal to false. If it is false, then what do I need to do? I need to set the status. That means I need to write digital write red LED on a red LED pin. I need to write a low. Okay. Else I need to write a high. Now after writing a low here, I need to change the status now that red LED status now has changed to a true. Okay, and over here I'll change the red LED status to a false. That means, okay, I'll explain. What happens in the beginning? Red LED status is false. So what happens? I have pressed button number 1, and it will check whether LED status is false. If it is false, it will make it. It will display a low there and change the red LED status to true. That means the next time this button is pressed, a red LED status will be true, and because this condition will be false, it will come to this side and make it high, and then change the red LED status to false again. So that means whenever the button is pressed, it will check whatever is the status of red LED. So whatever is the status, it accordingly it displays the status. It displays the red LED is as on or off, and change the status. The status now changes to a true. So that means the next time button 1 is pressed, it is going to uh, switch it off. Okay, so once it will switch on, second time it will switch it off. Let's run this program and see. So when I press button number 1, it is off. When I press button number 1 again, it becomes on. Yes, it is on. Then I press button 1 again, it is off. Again on, again off, again on, again off, again on. So you can figure out how I actually used only a single button to change the status of a particular device. I can use a motor, I can switch it on or off with a single button using situation like this. How do I do the same thing using two now? So let us have another LED and connect the same to earth and join the two earths together. And the positive side, let us connect that to maybe pin number 6 now. I'll connect it to pin number 6. That was a red LED, maybe this is a yellow LED. So I'll make this as a red, not a red now. I'll make it pink, nearest to red, and I'll make this as yellow. This is going to be yellow LED. Let's change this color also to a yellow now. Alright, so to I have two LEDs, one is red, one is yellow. I'll use button number 2 to change the status of the yellow LED now. Okay, the connections I've made, I have connections, both the negatives I've connected through the resistance to the ground. Individually, I've connected the red LED to pin number 7 and the yellow LEDs LED to pin number 6. What do I need now? I need two things more now. I need int yellow LED pin is equal to 6, and I'll have bool type of variable yellow LED status is equal to false. So that means I need a status for each of the LEDs that I create. Similarly, now over here, this is the closing brace of this one. So this whole thing is actually in the if of this value is equal to 1. So what do? I need an else and I need the whole thing here. So what I need is the whole complete package. I'll copy from here and simply change the red to a yellow. Okay. So this is yellow LED, this is yellow LED, this is yellow LED, this is yellow. Alright, so same thing except for else. Okay, I have not put an if here. So if I'll say if value is equal to for button number 2, it is actually this one. So I'll use this one now. So is equal to this particular value. All right. So what does the code look like now? If this value is true, that means this is button number 1 is pressed. It will check what is the status and reverse and show the LED according to that status and reverse the status. And similarly, if value is equal to so and so, that means button number 2 has been pressed. Over here, button number 1 has been pressed. Over here, button number 2 has been pressed. So shall we just test it now? Both the LEDs are off. If I press 1 and 2, both LEDs remain off. When I press 1 now, red LED switches on. 2 now, yellow LED switches on. Right? Okay, so if I press 2 now, yellow LED is off. 2 now, yellow LED is on. 1 now, red LED is off. So you can figure out how things are happening, how things have happened. If I want a status kind of a situation, then I will use this kind of thing. Even if I wanted, say I wanted mm, a motor, all right? So I'll let me connect a motor first, and then let's figure out how to work on things. Let me connect a DC motor, my favorite, and let's connect it somewhere here. We connect this to the ground and connect it to the plug. This now goes to pin number 5 in that series now. Let's connect it to pin number 5. Alright, so let's color this green maybe. So this means I'll use pin number 3 for that. But did I actually check for pin number 3? Let me see if I have the code for that. Yes, I have the number. I think that number should do. I have already have it copied. So I'll use this one. And what I'll do is, okay, I need int empty pin, that is motor pin, is equal to 765, and I'll have bool empty status is equal to false. I'll copy this whole else if again and paste it, and just change the value of the last one to pin number 3. So pin number 3 has this particular value. This is pin number 3, and I'll say this is empty status. This is empty pin. This is empty status. This is empty pin. And this is empty status. Now this part is done. Uh, I did not specify. Let me specify pin modes, all of them. Yellow pin as output, and pin mode empty pin as output. I hope everything is fine. Let me see the simulation. No. Yellow pin, yellow LED pin. Alternative, it's already specifying what is the alternative. This is LED. Okay. Let me see now. If I press 1, this LED is off. Okay, this is on. This is off. This is on. Motor will start running now. It has gone beyond the capacity, but anyway, we just need to see it working. That's all. And when I press 3 again, it is off. 3 again, it is on. 3 again, it is off. 2 again, LED yellow LED is off, and 1 the red LED is off. So I think we have successfully made this program. Okay, what I've done now, because of that blowing up thing, I've connected a resistance in series to the ground now, so that it reduces the current flowing through the motor. And again, going back to the Arduino, otherwise our Arduino would have blown off. So number 3 switches on the motor, number 3 switches off the motor, number 2 switches on the LED and off the LED. This is on the LED, red LED, and this is offing the switching off the red LED. So let me switch everything else on, and then we'll start the program. Okay. All right. We have successfully written the program now. Okay. This is our program. I have two sets of variables for each thing that I have created. One is the pin number, one is the status. One is the pin number, one is the status. And this is how we actually checked for each one of those. All right. You can rewind this video and figure out what has happened. And I'll see you in the next video.